If you're planning on going to the Caribbean or Mexico in the near future, you need to be like Santa Claus. Check your bags twice. Otherwise, you can end up on the naughty list. I'll tell you more in just a moment. Hey everyone, Ryan here with PK Adventure Travels, coming at you with the latest cruise and travel industry news. Now today, I've seen a lot of stories that are cruise related where people run into this issue, but in actuality, it also could be just straight up traveling to the location. So what are we talking about? I'm going to go over a couple of the islands and a couple of the bans and things that are prohibited that really have made big stories in the news. So we're going to start with Mexico. One of the biggest things that's going on in Mexico right now, if you haven't heard, is a total ban on electronic vaping. Now, this started in 2024, and it was to help combat the synthetic drugs that were happening within the country. And so we know a lot of people like their cigarettes, a lot of people like their vapes, but if you are going to Mexico, whether it's on a cruise or whether it's a direct vacation there, you do not want to be caught with your vape because that can end you getting arrested as well as fines. Now, one of the other things that we want to talk about applies to both Mexico and Turks and Caicos, and that is bullets and firearms. So you might have seen the news stories. Let's see here. Last year in April of 2024, there was a tourist, Ryan Watson, and then a different tourist, Tyler Winrich, that were arrested in Turks and Caicos because they had a few stray bullets in their carry-on bags from when I'm sure they used it to go and go do target shooting or whatnot. And they just didn't clear out their bag, and there were a few stray bullets. But that actually put them in hot water. They were arrested, detained, and facing up to 12 years in prison for having some bullets. So you want to make sure that you go through your bag with a fine-tooth comb. Empty every pocket if you use it to go to the shooting range, or be like Mel and I, we have a completely separate bag that we take to the shooting range, so there's never a concern for that going in our big backpack. But we still double check to make sure. So make sure you do that. Now, another thing that you might not know is Barbados and St. Lucia, as well as Jamaica now, all have restrictions on camouflage clothing. They want no one, and I mean no one, to have any camouflage, not even a patch of camouflage on your backpack. And that is because that is reserved only for their army, and they want no one at all to be confused for their military personnel. So you cannot wear any type of camouflage if you're going to those countries. And I've been to both St. Lucia and Turks, and I can tell you, yes, that is 100% accurate. People were turned back. There were letters that we received prior to going on the cruise that talked about that particular port and the restrictions. So you want to make sure that if you're going to one of those places, you do not wear any type of camouflage. One of the other things is the Bahamas. There are some safety warnings out there right now, particularly in Nassau, which unfortunately is one of the places that most cruise ships go to. There is higher crime in that area, so they're recommending that you don't go by yourself. If you are there later in the night, you try to avoid walking alone at night. And just be cognizant of those around you and be safe. I can tell you, in Nassau, there have been incidents in the past where I have been to the port and someone's following you, trying to coax you into, buying something, or actually putting hands on you, trying to put something on your wrists. And So just with that elevated type of aggressive vendors, if you will, I can see how, yes, there's probably going to be some crime that's going to be mixed in with that. So not saying that it's not a beautiful place to go, a beautiful place to visit. Just be cognizant of where you are. Don't go down dark alleyways, in a foreign country at night by yourself. Just use common sense. All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching. If you're looking to help out the channel, then consider becoming a member. We really would appreciate it. As always, make sure you hit that like and subscribe before you head out. And that brings today to an end. Yeah, we just wanted to do a little update on some of these rules for Caribbean and Mexico. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time on The Scenic Route.